What's up, everybody? Welcome to Super Gamer Boys Present Summer Game Fest Reactions. I am your host, Colonel and Dad today, Garrett Morlang, and here joining me on this live stream is I've said this
resident cheater, right? Is that what it is now?
Shoot. Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
You thought I wouldn't remember.
You listened to the podcast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the resident superstar, Adrian Homeboy Holmes. How's it going, Adrian?
I'm doing all right, dude. How about yourself?
Nice of you to join us. We were sure that you were just gone for good. Like, oh yeah, Patrick is much cooler than us. So
He's
I was like,
cool. We're cooler. Come on now.
Okay, well, I guess so. I mean, it depends. If you can say that for yourself. I think Patrick's pretty dang cool.
Oh no, absolutely.
But yeah, we are here today, 11 minutes out from Summer Game Fest happening. Boy, we already this morning have had some leaks for what we might potentially see today. But
we were talking about this. Is it a leak though?
What we're referring to is the Last of Us Part 1 being released. It seems like I guess not, because technically it was leaked by Sony, right? Like it showed up in the store and on their website.
Yeah, they were the first ones to put up the page.
So I guess technically it's not a leak, but it definitely I assume it was by accident. I don't think they meant to do that, because you know how granted, we're all kind of not tired of The Last of Us, but we talked about it on our show. We're not necessarily
this is the third time.
Yeah, we're not necessarily looking for The Last of Us Part 1 again. Like, we've already gotten it, 2-3 times already. What's the deal? But it would have been still really cool to see, whatever their announcement today might have been before we even knew about it.
I'm sure that's not the only thing that Sony has.
Yeah, hopefully they have more. But that was kind of like a little bit of a bummer. So even though it wasn't technically a leak, it still like stinks that's how they went out. With like, oh shoot, okay, well, here you go. Here's some random web page uploaded too early, and I guess you'll see more about it later. It just kind of doesn't have quite the pomp and circumstance, celebration behind it. Like, oh shoot. Although looking at those screenshots, as much as we're kind of like sick and tired of them remastering the same game over and over again, it looks pretty dang gorgeous, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's the same engine, right? Like when they did, oh, this is a memory from Last of Us 1 in the Last of Us 2 engine, but it's a full game of that now.
Exactly. Yeah, they basically totally. So all this time we were worried about like the word remake, and it's like, oh, okay, they didn't actually, at least from what I'm understanding from the write-up and stuff, it's not technically a remake. It is a remaster. They've just, in the leaks beforehand, in the previous months, the word remake kept getting thrown around, but really it is just a remaster on the new engine, which, yeah, it's gorgeous. So honestly, I'll probably end up playing it again, for the 100th time, just because it's so freaking gorgeous. But although the price tag, I think someone already said it's gonna be like $70 or whatever.
Yeah, it's full price with no factions.
Yeah, kind of crazy. But we got 8 minutes until Summer Game Fest starts up. The timer is counting down here on YouTube. I have it up on the screen so you guys can see it. Adrian, what is your hopes and dreams for today? Like, what is like one big thing you'd like to see today? Or even like just a specific person you'd like to hear from?
I would like to hear anything about the new BioShock that's supposed to be coming. That's for certain. I have a gut feeling that Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, we're gonna get at least a tease for it today. And then I'd love to get a hard release date for the new TMNT beat 'em up. So those would be my big three for today. And then anything else is icing on the cake.
Yeah, I think it'd be super dope if we got something from them, obviously, because everyone just knows I'm a huge Kojima fan. And then I don't know. Other than that, I'm curious what. So this is. I don't know how valid this is because, again, I didn't do a ton of research on this, but the other day I was thinking, I was like, you know what? It's been a few years now since Fallout 76 came out, and Bethesda since then has been bought out by Xbox, and we know they're working on Elder Scrolls, but they have multiple teams, and it's not uncommon for them to be working on multiple games at once. So I was like, oh, I wonder if there's a possibility we could see something about another Fallout game. I don't know. Maybe. I mean,
5, you think?
Again, I know today is Summer Game Fest, not the Xbox Bethesda Showcase, which is happening Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing.
I feel like that's where you would get
that's probably something on Sunday, but I don't know. I was just like, Jeff Keighley has kind of talked about like, yeah, a little bit. Everyone is going to kind of be here today. Like, even though Xbox and Bethesda is doing their own thing, he made it almost seem like everyone's going to be showing up today. So I don't know. That's just something. If it doesn't show up today, I would really hope shows up at least Sunday. So take that as an early prediction for when we do our reaction on Sunday.
For Sunday? You doing a twofer?
I'm doing a twofer right now. Just cover my bases, hit everything. Other than that, I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's not a lot I'm looking forward to other than God of War Ragnarok, which I originally that would have been like my top prediction for this show. Except that earlier, I think was it yesterday or 2 days ago, news came out that it's leaks are coming out that it's probably getting delayed to 2023, which would be such a bummer. So
now both consoles have nothing for the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, so 2022 is looking like just a dumpster fire for both consoles here.
As far as exclusives go, yeah.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of beating around the bush a little bit. That was my original prediction, but after hearing the news, I'm kind of gun shy. But I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there in the universe. I hope those rumors are wrong, and that maybe we'll get some God of War Ragnarok news today.
Here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put out a trailer right today, and it's gonna be an incredible trailer. It's gonna be so good, and they're just gonna for like a half a second put 2023 on the screen because they want you to be so overwhelmed by the trailer that you're like, okay, I can wait because the trailer is so good. That's what's gonna happen. Watch.
Yeah. Because yeah, when's the last time we got a God of War trailer? Like, it's been a bit, huh?
The last State of Play, like that featured it. What was that like? Maybe the State of Play before this one, before this really past week.
Recent? I feel like it was longer ago.
Was it
longer before that? But you could be 100% right. I don't know. I
have to Google it.
I can't think. Yeah. But either way, I feel like all the updates we've been getting as far as like delays and stuff have all just been like little like almost like notes here and there, or leaks or rumors. Like
they've been pretty tight-lipped.
Yeah,
over at Santa Monica.
Pretty incredible, honestly, how like things aren't leaking all over the place on that. They got good people working at that studio, that's for sure. They got some strong-willed people holding their cards close to their chest, but. I don't know. So that's my third kind of prediction there. Hopefully we see something for God of War there. Is there any other? I don't know. Yeah, everything from Xbox was probably going to happen Sunday. PlayStation is already either delayed everything in 2023 or
we might get a peek at Dead Space.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Now EA usually does their own event. But I feel like
I don't think they're doing one this year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like I read somewhere they're not doing one this year. So, yeah, that could totally be something we see today as well. Dead Space, the remaster there. Dude, that would be sick. What a world we live in where we're getting like Callisto Protocol and then a new
Dead Space
like possibly happening, like coming out around the same time or something. That'd be so crazy. Although they say Dead Space is still like a good year or so out, like probably closer to 2023. Where Callisto, that's coming out this year, right? This fall?
Yeah.
Okay. Dang.
I don't know, man. I'm looking for that one thing that's just like, oh, I didn't even think about this, or you know, a long like dormant title that all of a sudden is coming to get a remake, and it's like, oh, okay.
That's ultimately what I'm looking forward to. Is like I feel like there's not necessarily one thing in particular that'll just like blow my mind, other than Kojima. Obviously, if something Kojima comes up, you know me, I'm gonna like be up and do jumping jacks and punching holes through the wall.
Yeah, baby.
But if
your wife and kids come down, are you okay? You having a stroke down here?
Banging on the door, Garrett, are you okay in there? No, I'm not. I'm not. But I don't. Yeah, I'm really just. I don't know what it is, but
he is in LA.
I'm really stoked about like just.
Right.
Some sort of announcement that from anyone, it doesn't even have to be Kojima, but from anyone that just like, oh my gosh, like you're saying, like, yeah, to get a moment like that, that'd be so freaking awesome. So I hope that happens. I hope we get that. Like, oh shoot, I wasn't even thinking of that thing, that moment. That would be sick. I just saw the chat here. Kajoma's in the chat. What's up, Kajoma? Welcome in.
Yo.
Hopefully you're here for the show, hanging out with us. Hopefully you didn't leave already. Okay, we got 38 seconds. Do you have the stream up, Adrian?
Yep,
you ready to go?
I'm good to go.
All right. Boy,
oh, man.
Moment of truth. Here we go.
I wasn't what?
I was just going to say to the chat real quick, if the stream if Game Fest is too quiet, let me know. I can turn it up. That way you can hear what the trailers are going on. But, yeah.
I wasn't, like, terribly excited before, but now that, like, the countdown is here, like, all right, let's do this, you know?
Let's do this thing. Heck yeah. All right. Here we go.
5 seconds.
Oh, mine's starting. The following program may contain content that some viewers find offensive.
Oh,
Viewer discretion
there
is
it goes.
advised.
Yep.
Oh, I need to turn on Nightbot. Be quiet, Nightbot. There's the man.
Here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Jeff Keighley, and this is Summer Game Fest, a live showcase of what's next in the wide, wide world of video games. We are live here in Los Angeles, so whether you're streaming from home or watching inside an IMAX theater, welcome to our showcase.
Anybody know what kind of shoes he's wearing this year? That's like a thing, right?
Updates on the games you love. Be joined by special developer guests.
Oh yeah,
and yes,
he
have
does
a few
always kinda have
surprises along the way
fancy,
too. Now, what I
fancy
love
shoes on,
about this show is that it's a true cross-industry showcase. Whether you play on Xbox, PC, PlayStation, Switch, or mobile, we'll have games for you. It doesn't matter your platform of choice. We're all here to come together as one community that simply loves the art of amazing video games. The biggest franchises in the industry are here, like Call of Duty. You'll get introduced to exciting new worlds and new teams, and we'll make room for small independent developers who we think deserve the spotlight too.
Cool.
If we do this right,
I thought he said temper your expectations. Which one is it, Keely?
Put on your wish list. And even if you don't get every announcement that you desire, let's face it, you're not going to get everything today, but we've got a lot of great stuff. So let's get started. Over 30 years ago, Capcom Street Fighter hit arcades, and ever since, this legendary Japanese fighting game series has continued to evolve. Street Fighter 6 is coming in 2023, and right now, we're excited to officially confirm a character coming to the game and show you the exclusive first gameplay footage. Enjoy.
World premiere. Capcom. Here we go.
Ooh, gameplay.
You won't know what hit you.
Let me have some fun.
Let's get this mission started.
Dude. Is it Guile? Is that his name?
Really?
I've never been like a Street Fighter. I don't know. I've never really been a fighting game person at all. Like I always enjoy it when you go to the arcade and screw around with it. But they always look so cool and they look so fun. Like I wish I wish that was my jam because they look so amazing. Like this looks like a blast.
They're my jam. I'm just not incredibly good at it. Like I can kind of find my way around it, but I'm not competing in any tournaments or anything like that. But it is really cool to see like tournament level play. Because those guys are freaks.
I'm just on another level.
This rules.
Okay. Dang. All right. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. 2023.
I'm in.
All right.
It's all about the comb. All right.
It's all about
Next,
the
it's
comb.
time for
What the
a
heck?
brand new game announcement here at Summer Game Fest.
Ooh, brand new game
Check
announcement.
this.
Here we go.
What is it? World premiere. He needs the voice. Come on.
Doesn't he have it at the Game Awards
Okay,
usually?
20th Century Games, Focus Entertainment. Who is this? Tantalus Base, year 2198.
Sergeant Leo Alvarez of the CM-Leth Recon School. Our mission was to enter the Tantalus base, locate the comsat relay, and bring it back online.
Is this an alien game?
We found the relay.
Again? Really?
I don't know. I'm guessing. It's a guess.
Get that door closed now, Private. Close that gate. Nothing gets in here.
Like, just the fact that I saw 20th Century Fox makes me think it might be. But...
Yeah.
Releases of One Piece.
Willis, take the lead.
I think it is. It is showing a picture of the gun. Yeah. Motion detectors.
What we found was a new kind of evil. And it found us first.
They just keep trying. I love Alien.
yeah.
I love Alien, but they just keep trying and keep failing every time they... Oh, this is interesting.
Wasn't human.
This is new.
I don't think this is Alien.
It's Alien. I think your stream must be a little bit behind. It's definitely Alien.
Oh.
But what in the world were those creatures there?
With the canisters in their back?
Yeah. It's like a cult that worships Xenos or something. That'd be cool. It's like in Warhammer, they have like the Gene Stealer cult that like worship the Gene Stealers, which are basically Warhammer's versions of xenomorphs.
I don't know what I saw in there.
What is it this time? Alien something
I know
something.
When I close my eyes, I still see it. Now everyone's dead. And someone needs to know.
It's a lot of aliens. Aliens. Dark Descent. Alright. Oh, wait, what? It's an...
What?
It's like a top-down RTS game.
Oh.
Like squad-based.
That was Aliens Dark Descent.
Like a twin stick?
In 2023 to console and PC.
I don't
Next,
know.
2 years ago at the Game Awards, we revealed
was
the
bizarre.
Callisto
Okay.
Protocol from the creative
Ooh,
forces
Callisto Protocol.
behind
Here we
the
go.
Dead Space franchise. Today, I am thrilled to get to show you the first raw gameplay alongside its creator, Glenn Schofield.
Ooh-wee.
First, here's the quote-unquote Schofield cut of the brand new trailer with a little more gore.
The Schofield cut with a little more gore. Okay. So the other trailer we saw was toned down. That was pretty intense to be toned down.
With the guy splitting in half off the chair.
Right?
Take a look outside. Did you know that they call Callisto the Dead Moon? Dead. Just like you would have been if I hadn't fished you out of that wreck. So whatever you're holding on to right there, that's your old life. You gotta let that go. Because your new life is entirely...
Hey, Kajoma, how's the levels like? Are they good? I turned it up a little bit.
I'm just trying to give you a chance at rebirth.
Oh, that was creepy. The eye opened up as he walked around that dude.
No thanks. I'm killing him.
I just love that last part. gives me chills every time.
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be incredible.
Welcome to your new home.
This is insane. Okay. All right.
I don't know. Should Dead Space be shaking a little bit?
I would be. They might
That's
beat us.
right. We know what you
thinking
wanted
that they
to
might
see.
beat us
And
at their own
joining me
game.
now, Glenn
Right.
Schofield, striking distance. Glenn, first of all, congratulations. This game looks absolutely incredible. And I got to say, the fact that you have built this team, this studio, new IP, shipping this December, all in COVID, blows me away. So congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for having us. I really do appreciate it, Jeff. And, you know, for a second, just give me a second. You know, I want to thank you for all you've done for the game industry all these years, man. I think I've known you like 16, 17 years now. And you've been an ambassador. You've amplified new games, new studios, and
Oh, here we go, buttering up
I
Keeley.
really do appreciate it.
Thank you. It's not about me. It's about you guys.
Yeah, I know,
I
but
appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's so fun to do these shows and to show this game. So people saw the trailer, but what I'm so excited today is that you just brought a raw gameplay sequence. This game is in development, and people are going to be blown away, I think, when they see it. But tell us a bit about what are we going to see
for
today?
this game.
yeah, we
It's
got a
so
couple
good.
minutes of, like you said, like raw gameplay. It's 2 segments in the first half of the game. One is a med bay, another one is a power station, and you're going to see some new enemies, some brutality, some just about everything. We're showcasing a new weapon called the Grip.
Okay.
It's like a gravity gun, but it picks up the enemies and it shoves them into giant fans. It rips them apart. It's great. And then check out the nice ending we have, where we you know, we usually will kill our main character Jacob, and in a very unique way. And just for a second, I want to thank the team, man. Like you said, through COVID, through everything else, the dedication, the hard work, you guys are amazing. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, Glenn, I got to say, again, you know, what you guys are shipping this year, this looks like a world-class next-gen game. It's rare that teams are bringing something out like this year, and
I didn't even notice he was
footage
moving in the
speaks for itself.
background.
Glenn Schofield, striking
Yeah, it's like
distance.
an
Here it
animated
is, the
background. It's
first
kinda cool.
gameplay of the Callisto Protocol.
Gameplay. Here we go. Oh, it looks just like Dead Space. Even the
Yep.
life meter on the back of his neck. That's awesome.
Well, that's EA's fault. They didn't want to let them make it, so they made it on their own. That's kind of like Doom.
Yeah.
When you first get up and it's like all the hologram stuff.
Loving this. So this is captured on next-gen hardware set. So I wonder, does that mean PS5, Xbox Series X, or do they just mean like it's on PC?
I don't think PC is necessarily considered a gen though. So
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so this is. It looks like a pistol, but he just shot his arms off, very similar to the cutter in Dead Space.
ooh, ooh.
It's a big boy.
Well, he's down
boy.
now. You can go back and make sure. That's awesome.
Gotta double check that one. Callisto credits, nice. This looks gorgeous.
Geared up. Yeah. Boy, imagine if they got Unreal 5 out in time when they started development on this.
absolutely insane. Oh, okay, so this... Oh, this
Right into the fan.
This is a cutter. This is a cutter right in the fan. Okay, I see. That's so awesome.
Ooh!
Yep.
Oh my god!
Okay. All right. We get it. We get it.
That just
Man.
happened. All right, moving on.
That just
This
happened. Is that what he
October,
said?
Call of Duty
That
Modern
just
Warfare
happened.
2 arrived. Infinity Ward is once again returning to its roots for a modern-day action game, and today we're about to show you the world premiere of its gameplay.
A full level?
with a
No,
level
come
playthrough.
on.
To tell us more, let's head to the port of Long Beach to check in with Johanna Ferris, the head of Call of
Oh
Duty.
boy.
I watched the
everyone.
trailer that they
In
released
2019,
this morning.
Modern
and,
Warfare changed everything.
I was
And on
not
October
super
28th,
impressed. I was like,
we
oh,
usher in a
okay.
new era of
like
Call of Duty.
It's Call of
This was
Duty.
the
Launch of Modern
It's supposed to be a
Warfare
story
2.
trailer, because that's why I always
We
like the
are
games
back,
for. It's the
we are
story.
bigger,
Right.
And I'm like,
and we are
oh,
bringing
like
the entire
there's nothing in this
team.
trailer that made me interested in the story. Like it's just like.
What was it, just
very-
like Warzone and updates to Warzone?
Ghost. We needed a stage big
No,
enough
it,
to debut
it
Call
was a
of
story
Duty in a
trailer,
whole
but it
new
was just
way.
so bland. Like it didn't
Inspired by
reveal
the
anything
world
about the
we're about to
story. That I'm
enter.
like, okay, like why
Oil
would I want to
rigs,
play this game?
cargo
Like
ships,
a,
and staggering
I don't know.
odds
It
are
was a
just the
very
beginning.
odd trailer.
Here is Modern Warfare 2.
I wonder if this will be the same trailer they showed off yesterday, or if it's a new one, maybe. Hopefully it's a new one, because yeah, that one yesterday, I'm like, they're trying to tell me, oh,
Is this new?
actual mission. Oh, this is an actual mission. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is new.
Oh, I thought they meant like a Warzone level. Oh, okay, I'm into
No,
this.
no, this is for the actual story, the campaign.
There we go.
Modern Warfare 2.
Right. Yeah, I gamefly these, and I'll play the campaign and then send it right back.
This could be a trap. Actual, we're set.
Copy, get to work.
I want to see what the transition to gameplay looks like.
Good hook. Up and at him.
All shadows, the missile is on this platform. I want full containment.
Okay, seamless.
Got 3 AQ internal. 2 more.
Basically, it's just the bars. Like it goes from like a cinematic thing with the bars for the aspect ratio, and then they just like lift off, and it goes right into gameplay. That's pretty cool.
Tagged him.
Room clear. Coming out. Shadow 1.
This looks awesome.
Scorers, right side.
I don't think I've ever seen a Call of Duty look this good.
Yeah, this is pretty gorgeous. Not gonna lie.
2 above.
That water coming off the side rails and stuff like that, man.
Balcony door undone. Ghost, we're moving to the main deck. What's your status? Boarding the ship with Shadow 3 now. Roger that.
Run down. Rush out.
We need to move fast. All shadows, force out. I want eyes on that container now.
Kind of just captivated right now.
I know, yeah.
We gotta roll.
Like, that's one thing like Call of Duty always has going for it. At least in the campaign, like it's so cinematic. Like I love it. Like it's just like watching a movie, especially like with the graphics the way they are now. Like
Yeah.
this is freaking gorgeous. Like it just feels like you're watching a movie right now.
It's first stage. There's no time. All shadows, missile
I remember saying the same thing about the original Modern Warfare trilogy, though.
Oh yeah.
Imagine what they're gonna look like, 10 years from now.
10 years from now when they do remakes of them again. Modern Warfare. Wait,
let's not act like it's not possible. We had 3 Last of Us already.
That is true. Oh man.
He must be playing on hardcore if only 2 bullets took him out like that.
Clear.
Actual, this is Shadow 1. Rig is secure. Moving on the container now.
Roger that. Confirm when the objective is neutralized.
Honestly, this is getting me more excited than that trailer that came out yesterday. I watched that trailer and it's just like, it just shows like the cutscenes and stuff, but like it didn't like clue you into like the story really at all. It's kind of like this, the other thing, blah blah blah, and it's like, all right, I don't, what's going on? Like I still don't understand what's happening. But
did they say that missile was armed?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Let's go, let's move out. Go, this is Zero 1, back in the water, inbound to your position.
Solid copy, we're taking effective fire. The LZ will be hot.
Roger that. Once we're on deck, we push to the bridge. Fast.
Look at that. Oh, that's the one thing that always irks me about modern games like this is the mouth, and they nailed that.
To ram that bow so hard. Yeah, they're really
crazy good.
They're really figuring out like dialogue in games nowadays, like the way animation, the technology, like they can actually make it look like someone's speaking for real,
not just the mouth flap moving.
Yeah.
Maintain overwatch from the rig. We're forcing up. Copy that.
Reloading.
This is crazy.
Which I'm trying to remember which Modern Warfare, the original trilogy, had the boat mission. Was it 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this is like, this is a total.
Oh, it's totally different.
Of it.
Yeah, totally reimagined. Like, I mean, they've been on 2 ships at this point. The other one took place all in 1 ship. But I was just trying to remember. I was like, wait, are they stealing this from one of the other Modern Warfares, or was that
the premise?
I couldn't remember. If,
the only thing I feel like the new Modern Warfare and the old ones have in common are just the characters, and even then, they're a little different too.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You saw? Oh well.
Oh jeez. Oh, 1-2 punch there.
Visual on bridge entry. Check it. Controls are internal. All right, stand back. This is Shadow 1 going explosive on bridge entry. 3, 2, 1, execute.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
All right.
Not bad at all.
That's what we're talking
now,
about.
give me a whole game's worth of that. Give me a whole campaign's worth of that, and we're good to go.
It's great.
Hey.
Great to have you with us, and also Jeff from Infinity Ward. So we saw the first gameplay. Thanks for that extended sequence. Looks incredible. Jeff, tell us a bit about that mission. Where is that set in the game? What are we seeing there?
Absolutely. So, first of all, we're really excited to welcome back
So
Captain
McTavish,
John Price and Gaz, Garrick. You know, they're not actually in what we just saw today, but they're returning members from 141. And then the other two characters that you may recognize from the older franchise that we're reimagining are Simon Ghost Riley and of course Soap John McTavish.
Wait, so Price isn't actually in that level?
Here that we're really excited that we got to create for this game. First,
well, not at least what they showed in the gameplay.
And Mexican Special Forces Colonel Alejandro. And Alejandro, I gotta say, it's a character we're really excited about. He's a guy who's super capable and a guy who's just as important as Task Force 141. But as far as the level's concerned, you know, I got a shout out to IW. You know, this was a tremendous collaboration across all of the different disciplines.
This is like Infinity Ward
really
putting their foot down and being like, no, those other guys, they made Call of Duties. We make Call of Duty.
And the awesome sound design. And of course, our new water tech, which is actually pushing the boat in different directions. It's creating a physically dynamic environment, allowing for the cover you were seeing. In certain cases, you could be behind cover, and then suddenly that cover would shift and leave you exposed, but it also leaves the enemy exposed, creating this emergent gameplay. So again, I'm very excited. Just can't wait I'm so excited that we get to show it off today.
And that's just a hint of where things are going to go. Johanna, tell us a bit about Call of Duty overall. Modern Warfare 2, obviously, you know, we're so excited that it's back this year, but you've got lots going on across Call of Duty. What can we expect from you guys this year?
Yeah, we first of all, thanks for having us here. We're just so excited for October 28th. It's such a big moment, not just for Modern Warfare 2.
How would you feel as
but it really marks
a platform holder and hardware manufacturer, knowing that the third-party studios are making better games for your console than you actually are?
Of course,
I'd be embarrassed. That's what I'd be.
Exactly. Like you made the console. You're able to get down further into the metal than anybody else, but
existing players as well. So we're going to sort of feed the entire community there. But all eyes on the 28th. And again, I think the collaboration's just been
like
incredible.
this
Everybody's so
Callisto Protocol.
Warzone coming to mobile as well for players on the go. We're on Steam, as you know. I mean, so it's just a big moment, and there's going to be a lot more to come in the months to follow.
Well, before
we don't need to
Warzone 2. I know we're showing gameplay here on this, but can you tell us anything? It seems like there was a little bit of a tease maybe in the trailer yesterday.
Yeah, when we're seeing that from the community, we love when the fans can pick up some things, some chatter about maybe seeing high rise and other elements, but we will get into the details of Warzone 2.0 for sure. It will be an extension of the Modern Warfare 2 universe. Yeah. So all the more reason why we think this game, this moment is such an important title for all of us looking ahead. And like we said, we're having a bold vision around the entire future for the franchise. So we're in position. We're really excited.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to October. Thanks so
much. Keep it up. IW. It's looking fantastic.
Thanks, Johanna and Jeff. All right, well, we've got lots more Summer Game Fest still to go, and now it's time to announce a classic PC gaming franchise is coming back.
Monkey Island, baby!
Years after its first release. I loved this game when I was growing up, so I'm honored to share this first look.
World premiere.
I used to play those in school. Oh no, this is
30 years later.
Not Pitfall, but oh my God, what is this game?
Oh.
I've seen it before. The old one. Flashback
2, there it is. Okay. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. Honestly, I think it's straight up.
The old one is like how they did for Prince of Persia, where like the character looks really good because they rotoscope the animation where they like do it frame by frame and trace.
Okay.
Almost 5 years later, I am so excited. The team at the Astronauts in Poland has put together an in-depth look at the gameplay of this dark fantasy first-person shooter, which will enter early access soon. I am so excited to play this, and I bet you will be too after you see this.
World premiere. Is this oh, that's not what I thought at all. What the heck? A dark fantasy first-person shooter. How does this work?
I don't know, but I might be into it. Let's see what happens.
Skyrim, but with guns. It just doesn't seem fair. Like, they have swords and you have a gun. Like,
they also have magic, though.
Yeah, and you have a machine gun. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, that guy has a gun.
Right.
This is very interesting. That's for sure. Very unique. Ring their bell there.
It's like fantasy BioShock.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because you have the like your left hand with the the magic and the right hand with the gun.
At least where the combat is concerned.
This is such a like interesting.
Oh,
that's a big boy. Which fire? Very interesting, like just setting for a first-person shooter. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's a game for me. It looks really cool, but I don't know. It just seems so weird.
Okay, next up comes an ambitious new game from a new independent studio.
I'm listening.
Europe, starring some very familiar names. Enjoy this world premiere new game announcement.
New game announcement. All right. All right, Jeffy boy.
Officer Taylor, Medlog 29. Today,
Is that Troy Baker?
I can't believe what I saw.
Not for an independent game.
They said it has character. Did he say voices or characters that you might recognize?
Solace, everything okay in there?
What independent studio can afford Troy Baker?
Maybe from the warmness of his heart, he decided to donate his time to this independent game. Wait a second. That didn't look good.
No.
It's like someone just gave him a hug. Or not.
Something is going on here. And I need to find out what it is.
Really?
Troy Baker. I told you it's Troy Baker. Fort Solis.
Who is backing this?
That's
there he is.
What investor company is backing this? Because there's no way.
Guys, this is so fun.
You doubted me. You doubted my abilities to spot Troy Baker from a mile away.
Welcome to the show.
Good to be here.
I got to ask you guys, who are your characters in this game?
Well, I get to play a character named Wyatt Taylor, who's a medical officer who's stationed at this base, Fort Solis. And it's the epicenter of this mystery that we'll discover and uncover as we go through the game. And of course, my character will be at times in opposition with Roger's character.
The battle we've been waiting to see.
Every once in a yeah. Oh, man. We can't wait to show you what we've been working on. And by the way, Jeff, this looks awesome, man. It's so great to be here.
We'd also like to thank Tencent for helping us make this game.
I mean, it's the first game since Red Dead 2.
One of the first major ones for a while. And I play a character by the name of Jack Leary. He's a maintenance engineer on a remote Martian mining post. Okay. His job is to make sure that none of the equipment breaks down while it's on their graveyard shift. The graveyard shift meaning Mars and Earth are really far apart from each other and their orbits around the sun. So help is not a simple call away.
I got to ask, I think a lot of people will see this thing and they'll probably wonder, it's a new team, right? Independent studio in Europe that's making this, but with huge production values. I'm curious, how did you guys get attached to this? Tell us a bit about the background.
I will say that 2020 to me was the most impactful year for games. It was the first, obviously we had this unprecedented event with the pandemic and that forced the way that we looked at everything as a society, but also the way this industry functioned. But it was also brand new consoles. We had more tools that were being made available that were leveling the playing field between the AAA studios and the indie studios or the AAA studios. And so, just like anybody else, we got reached out. James Tinsdale with this brand new studio said, we'd like for you to consider being a part of this game. And he walked me through a very brief description of what the experience was going to be like. And in the very beginning, he said, we want this to feel, it's a tight thriller. We want it to feel like Dead Space meets Duncan Jones' Moon. And I was like, sign me up.
3 Dead Space games in the same year span?
Yeah.
Absolutely. New
They didn't show any
studio, brand
aliens,
new
though,
energy,
in
and
the
of course,
trailer,
I
so...
get to work with one of the best of the business.
And me.
I think
See?
what would,
See? He's a big get. I told you.
Watch him in action.
What would help it stand apart is if they lean more into the
medium provides to performers. We can't
like
wait to
not
show you
horror as in there's a monster, but just like human versus human horror. Like I wonder if it'll be more of that. Like otherwise,
it's an insanity thing,
right? Like they're just kind of
the gameplay. Like what are we gonna do in this game?
Yeah, the verbs are always
losing
important.
their minds,
so
being locked
we're gonna
on this
let the
moon
game speak
together
for
for too
itself.
long.
We'll be showing you more later on, but
because yeah, if
this
it's just
is a game
another
where
like
you as
Dead
the player,
Space
you're gonna
clone,
be exploring, we're going to be discovering. Like we said,
be
it's a
lost
very
in the
tight thriller.
in the
so
in the
you're moving
hustle
very
and bustle of everything.
fast-paced through this world. There'll be multiple locations, multiple ways for you to traverse, which we're excited to show you about. And then the narrative is a huge element to this. They didn't waste any resources on the performance for sure. I got to tell one quick story, if I can. It was one of our favorite moments.
It was when I was waiting for the wire to come through, and before I signed the contract.
The forefront of this. And to speak to the performance capture aspect, we brought in an incredible, I got to give him a shout out to Nathaniel, our stunt coordinator, who walked us through and really approached this in a completely different way than anything I've ever done before. And he says, I want to know the story of this fight. And so Roger and I sat down. We said, these are who our characters are. And he goes, give me 1 hour and I will come back to you with the story of this fight. And after an hour, he comes to us and he goes, it was like a recovery program. It was 12 steps. And he walked us through this incredible fight. And about halfway through, I started tuning him out. And I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know I've got no ego about this, but I can do a lot of things, but I can't do this. And he grabbed me by my shoulders and he says, oh, you can. You will. And it's going to be glorious.
And we did.
And we did.
Like a dance. There was a lot of trust, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean,
we're excited.
Big stunts. Yeah, I mean, this is so cool to see. It's an independent studio doing this, teaming up with you guys. We can't wait to see more. Troy, Roger, thanks for joining us here.
Happy to be here.
Summer Game
Thank
Fest.
you.
All right, guys, got to get back to my Bentley.
Well, next up, keeping up with the space theme, it's time to world premiere a very exciting new game, which will feature a musical score by industry legend Mick Gordon.
Oh, so this is what he
we are so honored to
this is what he got kicked off of Doom for, huh? Let's see.
This is like the year of horror. Everything is a horror game. Have you realized that?
Yeah.
Everything. This is the year of just
everything except
terror.
Call of Duty.
Right. It's like, hey, we've all been through hell, so we're gonna
get you some more.
Horrific.
And guess who's up next? Kojima with another horror game.
Oh baby. Oh baby. Don't my heart rate just spiked there for a second when you said his name. Don't get me too excited.
But it's another horror game.
I don't care. That's fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just noticed a trend. That's all. I love like horror games. I love scary stuff, so I'm down.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I just found it very interesting that like, oh, everything is like a horror game.
Did you even check if there was water down there? You see the power is still active. Maniac. He's gonna look back and it's gone. Oh.
What the heck? Is this like another Five Nights at Freddy's game?
Looks like it. Routine.
Dang. Okay. All right.
Doesn't that look great? That was Routine coming to Xbox and PC. It was first announced a decade ago and is now officially back. I can't wait to see more.
Really?
Now it's time to check in with a very special guest who's been in his fair share of video games, including most recently Fortnite as the foundation. Dwayne Johnson, welcome to Summer Game Fest. How are you?
What's up,
he lives in LA. They couldn't get him to come down.
And what is up to
He's too busy working out, dude.
Summer Game Fest.
That's all he does all day.
Live streaming right now.
I mean, why else would he be shirtless in his gym right now on FaceTime?
IMAX Theaters. Dwayne Johnson here, coming at you from my Iron Paradise, the very hot and sweaty and smelly Iron Paradise, powered by, of course, Zoa Energy,
Oh,
the
brother.
#1 fastest growing energy drink in the game. You guys know me by a lot of nicknames. The Rock, La Roca in Spanish, Uncle Handsome, sexiest man alive, big drink.
This ain't a
energy.
promo, man. Come on now.
Always room
It
for a
is.
cheesy joke.
Definitely
There's always
is.
room for the extra large cheese pizza, especially when I'm delivering, and I deliver them often. You guys also know me as the greatest and most electrifying surprise in gaming that happened. You know me as the Foundation. And I gotta tell you guys, number one, thank you so much for the
What the heck's
crazy
a Foundation? I don't
response
know
of me
about that.
becoming
Is that
the
a thing in
Foundation.
Fortnite?
Also,
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
say that, you know,
a
I've had
character
such
that
a
he plays.
pleasure,
Okay.
working with Epic Games and the teams over
They
there.
couldn't
and
get the
we
rights
cannot
for the
wait
Rock,
to
so they
show
just
you
called
what
him the
we have in store
Foundation.
for the future. And speaking of the future, in the future, you will also know me as Black Adam.
Let me tell you
Black
about
Adam is
all the
literally
projects
something
I'm
else.
working
You
on,
know
Jeff
the Black
Keighley.
Adam mythology.
That's the
He
price
is
for him
ruthless,
coming.
He is unstoppable. And for those who don't, I always like to say a quick tutorial is this. Black Adam has the powers of Superman, but the only difference, well, there's a few differences, but one of the biggest differences is Superman's weakness is magic, and Black Adam's, one of his superpowers is magic. So you do the math. October 21st, I cannot wait for you guys to see Black Adam around the world in theaters only. And you guys will finally see the hierarchy of power
Sir, are you done?
in the DC Universe change. It has been an honor to become Black Adam, and it is a role that's in my DNA and that I was born to play. I was born to play the Man in Black, and I'm honored to show it to you guys on October 21st. So until then, stay healthy, stay safe, stay focused, keep having fun, keep kicking ass, enjoy your gaming, and I'll see you down the road. This is Black Adam.
What does this have to do with games?
What have your powers ever given to you?
No idea.
Nothing but heartache. I was a slave until I died.
I'm getting big Xbox One energy from this. TV, movies, TV.
Now, I kneel before no one. You can be the destroyer of this world. Or you can be its savior. That's up to you.
Behind you!
Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket. All black anything, you know my fresh coat.
All right. I don't know.
Thank you.
Cool. Cool. Black Adam's coming. Oh, Outriders, this dead game. It's getting some new DLC.
They're putting a new paint of coat of paint on the casket.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a fun game, but for like the first like couple hours, and then it's like, all right,
What else is there? Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter, huh? Because Square Enix doesn't own it anymore, so they don't care what they do with it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Brace for impact. Okay. It still has Square Enix's name on it though.
Well, because they probably this is probably like part of the transition.
Mm-hmm.
They probably funded this expansion, but after that,
Here we go. Coming soon.
it's just an ad. Just so that they can say they were part of it. Yes, Cuphead DLC, give it. I'm pretty much buying all of that, so I didn't have to see it.
All Guys.
Is this still like as popular as it was, or has it? I feel like it's kind of waned, huh?
I mean, you definitely don't hear as many people playing it. It's still fun. Like, I enjoy playing it once in a while, but it's definitely not the big thing like it was.
I just feel like they missed the window to capitalize on bringing it to more consoles or more platforms, I should say.
Well, it was on everything, wasn't it?
No, it was only ever on PS4, and then it came to PC. Now it's on everything.
Season 1? They're still in Season 1?
Exactly.
That was so fun to see Courage and Ray in that Fall Guys piece. And you
Okay.
can play and download Fall Guys for free starting June 21st across all platforms, including Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. All right, back to another new game announcement. We're going to announce a brand new game and universe from a new team of legendary developers. Check this out.
When you say legendary, what do you mean?
Discovery, this is Command. Storm's in your way. Prepare for extraction.
Signal's breaking up. Command, I'll do one last scan. See you soon. Over. Okay, hurry.
So right before we started our stream, I happened to tune into Kind of Funny's kind of pre-show. And something that they were mentioning was kind of like the Jeff Keighley like
Maybe onto something.
fade that happens almost like 30 minutes in, 30 minutes in. I feel like we've been in that, like it's almost like they almost nailed the timing. Like it's like right on that 30-minute mark is kind of like, all right, like what's going on? What's happening? Like, I've been interested in anything. Like I'm really hoping they bring it back here at the end. It doesn't just peter out here. But honestly, the last few things they've showed have been like, like so what? Like I don't care about this at all.
Well, I mean, we got way more to go, though, right?
Is it? I don't know. Like I
How
don't
long
know.
is the showcase?
I was under the impression it was only going to be like an hour or so, right? So we're, I mean, we
have
only have
no
like, what,
idea.
10 minutes left. This doesn't even look like a game. This looks like a demo reel for like Unreal Engine or something. Doesn't it?
It feels like, yeah, you know, it feels like it's gonna stop at some point. It's gonna go, you can make these games too at whatever video game college.
Right, yeah. It's like an ad for Full Sail University or something.
Full Sail, thank you.
Glad you could make it.
We gotta move. Now. There's a storm coming. And hell's coming with it.
Oh, apparently it's a real game. All right.
What kind of game is it? I don't
know.
Do you play as the robot? Do you play as a person?
PlayStormgate.com.
It's a live service game, clearly.
Interesting. Oh, they kept the
Tim, congratulations.
creator here.
Stormgate is real. We have a name and some details. So, first of all, congratulations on this.
Ocarina of Crime is here in the chat. Just now tuning in. Anything good so far?
What is a Stormgate?
They're wondering what are some of the hits that they've missed.
Callisto Protocol is looking crazy. That's like the front runner so far. Modern Warfare 2, they showed off a level of the campaign that looks incredible. My expectations for that were real low, but good grief did they blow them away. That's like the two big ones for me. You got anything?
Fort Solis, that indie game featuring Troy Baker. That looks really good, like a space horror game. And then that Routine looked interesting. I don't know. I need more, I think, but Routine looked pretty good. It's kind of, again, another sci-fi horror, but with robots instead of like aliens and stuff like that. Yeah, there's been some good stuff so far. Not a bad show.
Other than that, it's been
hints of where you're going
a little softer.
Yeah,
on the software side.
I was just saying a few minutes ago, like the last 10-15 minutes has just been like, okay, this is fine, this is whatever. Kind of tapered off a little bit.
Stay true to what players already love about RTS, where we're really trying to push the genre and be innovative. First off, approachability. For one thing,
also, thank you so much for the follow, Ocarina of Crime. I appreciate it. Appreciate it very much.
Just to lower that barrier to entry to get players in, but we're also really trying to be a lot more social. So you'll be able to play the campaign cooperatively. We've got
and The Rock showed up and pimped his movies and his energy drink and left.
Yeah,
that was it.
He was like, hey, check out all this awesome stuff I'm doing. All right, peace, guys.
None of it has anything to do with video games, but have a good Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, these are still very much still being worked on, but some shots of actual assets that we're building in Unreal Engine 5.
Wow.
Oh, so they are using Unreal 5. That's funny.
This was made with Unreal 5?
And I'm just so thrilled that there is a brand new...
That's like Unreal 3, what we were looking at.
That's not...
We're so excited about
that looked like a cutscene for a PS3 game.
So much for giving us your announcement today on Summer Game Fest.
Stormgate, sure, but will it be Storm Great?
All right, Stormgate, keep an eye out for it.
Time will tell.
Another indie game announcement that I'm excited to share with
you. Indie game. There we go.
High Water. Check this one out.
I'm listening.
Good morning, High Water dwellers. High Water Pirate Radio, keeping you in the know with our flow. Alphaville authorities continue to deny false rumors that Alphaville elites are planning to evacuate to Mars. True or not, the one thing we can't deny is that the world ended on a sunny day.
I'm loving this art style already.
Yeah.
This feels like it's just kind of like a slice of life game where you're just kind of vibing and you're living in the water apocalypse. Were they getting married?
Can't tell if it was getting married or just what it was. Yeah, definitely some sort of priest or something.
I'm into it.
Okay. So it's like the story from Raft, but with more people.
Pretty much.
Because like Raft, obviously, it's like you're just all alone, except for unless you play co-op with people.
Strategy game set in a world
what is it coming to, though? I'm sure it's, of course, it's PC,
now,
but...
Speaking of the world around us, the conflict in Ukraine is not far from anyone's mind, and it's impacted the development of games, including Replaced from Sad Cat Studios.
Oh, yeah!
Studio with devs from Belarus and Ukraine. The team had long hoped to reveal a new trailer here today, but were understandably unable to complete it in time.
Dang.
Guys, I just want to say we're thinking of
that
you.
Game, I remember this now. It was at the Xbox showcase.
And hope to be able to share your work at a future show.
Yeah, totally understand.
Our next game is an official selection of the Tribeca Games Festival. It's American Arcadia, where you play Trevor, whose life is being televised with the viewing population constantly voting you up or down. When you become unpopular, you need to start running for your life. Check this out.
I'm not hating that premise.
Very interesting.
Man, Raw Fury trying to make a name for themselves. It's a publisher.
And science go hand in hand with fun and entertainment.
My grandfather, Elijah Walton, had a dream to build the city of tomorrow. That dream is now a reality, and that city is Arcadia. A 43-square-mile metropolis.
Rapture.
Where each
I mean,
and every
Arcadia.
citizen enjoys a life of luxury and comfort. Broadcast live 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on every digital platform. American Arcadia.
So it's a live stream of a whole
Subject
city.
on the run on camera 4025. Interrupt broadcast immediately.
Listen to me. We can't allow Trevor Hills to escape under any circumstances.
Trevor. Trevor, can you hear me? Be careful and don't make a sound.
I'm into this.
Don't worry.
I am into this.
Okay. Doesn't say which consoles, it's PC and console. Okay. All right. All
Apparently
right.
We've made it to the beach. Next up is a sequel we've all been anticipating for a long time. There's Trouble in Paradise.
Death Stranding 2.
You don't want to get bitten.
They're on the
After
beach,
many
get it?
years of rumors, we finally
Smart.
get an update on this much anticipated sequel.
Much anticipated sequel. Where's the moment? Where we all go, oh, that's what this is. Is this Dead Island?
No, there's no way.
Didn't they do a trailer like this when the first one came out?
They might have.
Oh, Goat Simulator.
Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. They're seriously coming out with a sequel for this game?
Yeah. Memes are powerful these days, you know? Sometimes
Unreal
they work
Engine
out.
5.
Right. Sometimes they work out, and then sometimes you get Morbius, where they misunderstand that we all hated it, and they put it back in theaters. 3?
There was a 2? When was there
Right.
a 2? What happened? Where have I been that I missed Ghost Simulator 2? What? I need to look this up right now.
When did? Yeah, let me know. When did 2 come out?
To the Epic Games Store. Now, last year, Marvel and 2K announced Marvel's Midnight Suns.
This looks like such a cool idea. I don't know how I feel about the card playing aspect of it.
An X-Men crossover with supernatural ones like Blade and Ghost Rider for a battle against Lilith, the mother of demons. Today, we've got to look at some new folks set to join the battle.
There is no Goat Simulator 2. They literally had Goat Simulator, and now they're coming out with 3.
There's got to be. Is that the joke?
I guess. I don't know. What the heck?
Yeah, this is a rad premise, but oh, you never know.
Mother won't hurt you.
Typical Parker luck. I'm gonna need some backup.
There's so much going on, I have no idea what's happening. Is that a bad Spider-Man? Like, who is this? What's going on?
No, that's Peter Parker. Of course. Why? See, it's a cool premise. I just don't know about the gameplay.
Yeah, what's the gameplay supposed to be like?
It's like a card game, like a XCOM, kinda.
Okay.
That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, here we
Let's
go.
go!
And now we're moving on to the wonderful world of Cuphead, the delicious last course. And can you believe it? We're only a couple weeks away from playing the delicious last course DLC. You see how they did that for Cuphead? Joining me now is Maya Maldenhauer.
Is it actually DLC or is it a standalone like game?
Maya, it's really
It's really DLC per se, but like I'm pretty sure you can play it on its own.
Wow, I'm so thrilled too that I think all the fans can't believe that this is here, and I've been
Been waiting forever for this.
Steam Deck, last week, and you guys gave me a copy. I can't. People are not going to be ready for how amazing this looks and the background.
You got to play it already? What?
I feel like you've amped up. Obviously,
I mean, it's already done. It's only a couple weeks away, so.
The visual look, you guys have taken it even to the next level, which I didn't think was possible.
Yeah, we absolutely did. I couldn't pinpoint one thing that we're proud of in this because we really honed our craft, took everything to the next level from animation, the backgrounds, the music, gameplay design.
We also digitized it because we realized that we were going to go insane doing it frame by frame like last time.
And even though this is a DLC, it feels like it's its own game inside of Cuphead in many ways.
It is, definitely.
Yeah, you just get on the island, and there you are off to this new new territory, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's our biggest island yet. Super-sized bosses, lots of secrets to discover. Don't let any rock go unturned.
Woo, baby, let me see that gameplay.
Well, I know you brought. I know you don't want people to necessarily have too much spoiled about the game, but you brought a little something for people.
A little something, yeah. It's brand new gameplay footage of one
Ocarina of Crime says got to the final boss in OG and just could not finish it. LOL, embarrassing.
No, man.
It's a hard game.
Well, I'm not right there with you, but I know exactly what you're talking about. It asks a lot of the player. That's like one of the things that I probably will never do again. Got that 1,000 gamer score the first time, and I was out of there. Really?
Okay.
Oh! Look, I'm already jumping and twitching now.
Looks crazy. I love it.
Oh, this is gonna rule. Also, what is that weapon? I know the homing shot very well. Nice.
Kajoma says needs to head out. Y'all enjoy the rest of this. Thanks, Kajoma, for stopping by, hanging out.
All right, dude.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy.
Good one.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
That looks so good. I wish I was good at video games because I want to play it so bad.
Tomorrow we will show you an exclusive look at Season 2 of the Cuphead Show when I co-host Netflix's Geeked Week, which will include new show and...
Oh, yeah. When does that come out?
It streams at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And that's not all. There's more Summer Game Fest all weekend long. Coming up next is the Day of the Devs Indie Showcase with I Am a Kid and Double Fine, then Devolver's Marketing Countdown to Marketing. Tomorrow after Geek Week, there is the Epic Games Store Showcase at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, with news on Rocket League and the Tribeca Games Showcase. And Sunday, don't miss
Bringing it home, baby.
Bethesda Game Showcase with a look at the future of Xbox and Game Pass. Now we have some exciting news for Nintendo Switch and PC fans about Neon White.
So that leak was real.
Assassin from hell who slays demons for the chance to ascend to heaven.
So there was an email that somebody posted on Reddit of an influencer that got it, and I guess they asked him if he wanted a code, but they didn't have him sign an NDA, and it was for this game. So it's gonna shadow drop today, or either today or next week. And the reason that the person knows that is because other companies have been offering him like, oh, do you want to try our game? You know, but the embargo isn't until the 15th.
Okay.
So that's why it's pretty much confirmed now that the next Nintendo Direct is going to be on the 15th, so next week.
So is this a franchise that's existed before? I've never heard of it before.
No, this is the first time I've heard of anything like this.
Okay.
They did announce it a long time ago, though.
We've shown you lots of games today made by huge teams. Now it's time for a game made by a single father in Poland. Over the past year, he's brought on some help to bring his vision for a fast-paced action game, Midnight Fight Express, to life. Let's take a look.
I'm listening.
Dang.
You know the saying, get knocked down, get up again, that whole spiel. Well, it's time, partner. Time to rise up. Together.
So it's a beat 'em up, shoot 'em up.
It's like an isometric, like twin stick shooter type thing, but with shooting
A Hotline Miami.
and yeah, it says shooting and melee.
You know who put it there?
I mean, we haven't had one in a while, so
Well, I ain't wearing it anymore.
you got the spotlight right now.
We washed this whole damn city down.
I didn't hate it.
Okay. No, that looks like a fun little game for sure. Developed by one dude. That's crazy.
Such a cool game, and I'm happy to announce that a PC demo of this game is going live right now on Steam.
Of course, the dorks get it.
Next Fest next week. I really want more playable games to get in the hands of you guys at home. And that's what we're checking
Warframe,
out.
come
All right,
on.
joining me
This
now
game is still a
Megan,
thing?
Digital Extreme.
Yeah, it's been around for like 10 years.
Megan, how you doing?
I'm so good. My fellow
Can't believe-
Canadian.
I know. We got.
I can't believe people still are playing it, though. That's crazy.
I don't know
have
how
a
that
connection.
works out,
It's
right?
okay.
We do. Well, we have a great connection. We've also done a lot with Warframe over the years, and I know right now anyone watching on Twitch for more than 30 minutes, this show is going to get a special Twitch drop, right?
That's right. I already have seen people.
Oh,
get it,
darn.
So it's very exciting. It's
Shoot.
Right there, loud and
Should have got that drop.
Too bad I'm watching this on YouTube.
over your special events category, but she is there and she is for you if you are properly linked up.
No, Warframe, you know, as I said, we've done a lot over the years. You guys have done incredible things with the game, and I know you have TennoCon coming up in July, which is your big kind of event of the year to reveal what's next. What can you tell us?
Well, I can't tell too much, but yeah, July 16th, 2022. It's a digital event again this year. Today, actually, we just launched the digital items for it, so you can get some in-game goodies, some really cool cosmetics, some merch, all that really great stuff went live today. But of course, the reason I'm here is to, you know, kind of debut. We have our Tenno Live during TennoCon, which is our big reveal of the night, and we usually do a little bit of a gameplay, a little bit of a demo, and I think a lot of people can suspect what it might be, but I'm here to kind of confirm what it is that Tenno Live is going to show.
And what is that?
Can I say it?
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, you're going to get your first look at the Debrief paradox.
Oh my God, the very paradox.
I love how she asked him if she can say, like, he's not her boss.
Right.
Like, he should have looked. She should be looking off camera. Like, can I say that?
You're about to see for it, and I'm just really proud and excited to show it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here on Summer Game Fest. Let's take a look at that right now.
My child.
Ooh.
My friend. What was done is done. New dangers. New choices.
All the people that play Warframe are popping off right now. I guarantee it.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Who is this Pedro Pascal looking dude?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it looks just like freaking Pedro Pascal. Maybe it is.
Could be. I mean, apparently we can get Troy Baker for independent games now, so nothing's off the table.
The Debrief Paradox.
Whatever that means.
You don't want the Crescent Night Bundle, dude?
This is what I was looking for, the Stranger's Hood.
The Stranger's
Thank you.
Hood? That looks like something from Elden Ring or something.
Next, it's time for a new
Oh boy, Honkai. Here we go. Another pay to win.
from Genshin Impact Studio, Hoyoverse, across mobile and PC.
Have you heard some of this stuff about the freaking Diablo Immortals game?
Yes, yes. I would be embarrassed if I were Blizzard, but they're trying to get that you know, that whale and gambling addicted person money. Blizzard is not the same Blizzard that it once was.
Well, there was like that one streamer too the other day who like dropped 10 grand and
didn't get any significant drops.
Yeah. I mean that's the news that's been going around is like you can spend 100 and something wasn't that like 100 something thousand and
to
like,
fully max out a character,
out, and this guy spent 10 grand and got 0. It's like, oh my gosh, like that is so broken. This is so messed up. And it's just crazy because at least from what I've seen, like Blizzard doesn't have any response. Like they're not like, oh yeah, so sorry guys, we're gonna fix it. Like they're just
they won't because they want to get it to China because that's where the people do this stuff the most is China, right? They're more than happy to pay for the chance to roll for good parts or something or good equipment and stuff like that, and they're gambling on the idea that, oh, if we get it over there, we're gonna make a whole lot more money than if we keep it here and don't put anything in it. So yep. Blizzard is not Blizzard anymore. Whatever that is.
Thank you.
And that's not all from Hoyoverse. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Zenless Zone Zero, their next major new IP. It's a futuristic urban action game. I have to say, I'm blown away by what I've seen so far. It was announced a couple weeks ago, and it has the detail of Genshin Impact with a fast-paced action style.
Where's the money element?
Of a brand new look at Zenless's notable characters, armed enemies, and world of danger.
I'm ready for some real game announcements here. Falling off a little bit.
Don't worry, they must be coming.
There's this chick with the Death Stranding backpack going on. She's carrying packages across the United Cities of America.
Looks like it. She's got it on.
Got an Oja deck.
Seems to be a little more flexible than Sam, though.
Just a little bit. So since that, I think what was that? Was that 2 or 3 weeks ago when we did that episode and we talked about Kojima Productions was hiring? I was like, oh shoot, well, you know, the requirement is you have to speak fluent Japanese. If you don't speak fluent Japanese, you can't get it. Well, earlier this week, I downloaded Duolingo and I've been learning Japanese. So I'm about I'm
do it.
Lessons into
Get
it
yourself
already.
over there.
Heck yeah. See what we can do. Who knows? Maybe I'll be moving to Japan one day. Probably not, but it'd be cool. Okay, here we go.
Favorite reveals last year was TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which reminds us all of the Turtles.
Come on, baby. Shadow drop today. I will buy it right now.
End of development, and the team wanted to use SGF as a way to reveal one exciting aspect of the game they've been keeping under wraps until now.
What? Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, I can't wait for this. Casey?
Did you see this last week where if you buy a physical copy, you get the coupon for Pizza Hut or whatever?
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw that on Twitter where like they literally like for the past like year or two, they've been like emailing Pizza Hut trying to get them to do this. They kept getting ignored, and finally like they got a response, and apparently, yeah, the physical copies will come with like a free pizza from Pizza Hut or something.
That's awesome. I wish they would like email the digital ones because I'm not buying it physical.
Really? You wouldn't buy a physical version of this just to have it for your collection?
Well, it depends on how much it would be. Like if the digital was like $25, right? I would get the collector's edition just to have it and just not use the card. Come on, come on. Shadow drop today. Come on, come on, come on. Come on.
Nothing. Oh, here we go. Available.
Next week.
That's awesome. Whoa, what the? Just right into another trailer. Okay. Army men? They bringing army men back?
Army men.
What the heck is it?
I don't know. This isn't Fortnite.
No.
This is base evenings. This is grown-up Fortnite. Look at all the fidelity and detail.
Is that Ubisoft games? What was that? What was that one? The XD?
Oh, the X Universe Cross or something like that?
Yeah.
Crossfire, I think it was.
So edgy.
We're combining all our IP into one battle royale.
Altair.
No, I don't know what this is.
Versus a soldier from Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Versus Sam Fisher. This
versus
was
the
dumb.
Rabbids. Super people. What the heck is that? Amplitude.
This still isn't out yet?
Humankind? Yeah, I could have swore this was out already. Or is this DLC?
Might be.
It's specific. It's just talked about. Just mentioned Latin America, so maybe it's DLC. Yeah. Cultures of Latin America by now.
I haven't heard anything about that. Is it like Civilization, kind of? Or
that's what it looks like. I don't know. There's more.
Aztec. No, this is an ad.
Yeah, this is definitely an ad.
Because I remember her having the girl having blue hair.
Yeah.
I knew Full Sail was gonna sneak their way in here somehow.
How far will you push humankind?
So it's not out.
No, what? So they already have DLC coming out for a game that's not out?
Maybe it's out on PC.
Humankind allows you to shape your civilization by combining a multitude of historical civilizations from the ancient to the modern era.
Yeah,
One Piece
baby!
is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and Bandai Namco is bringing the mega popular franchise back to video games with One Piece Odyssey. Monkey D. Luffy
One
and his
Piece?
crew
Never heard
of
of it.
pirates are off on their
Get
next
out
adventure.
of this
trailer
call.
Reveals the setting, a mysterious
You
island
booting me?
where Luffy and his Straw Hat crew become marooned in this exciting upcoming JRPG.
I mean, I don't know anything about it. I've never seen a single episode. Never read a.
I mean, I know you were saying you wanted to get into anime more. You know, this is like the perfect one to start with.
Isn't this the one that has like 1,000 episodes or something now?
Yeah, but that's a good thing. It's 1,000 episodes of an excellent show. You could also read it too.
Especially since I'm learning Japanese now.
There you go.
I could help. I could use it to teach me Japanese.
Where are we going? It all makes sense if you read it, man. Are we like teleporting?
Filled with new encounters
Who is that? Who is that?
and hidden mysteries. Unravel the adventure that awaits in an Odyssey beyond imagination.
Every time they show the text, that looks like the same like text screen that they
One
use
Piece
for
Odyssey.
like Final Fantasy VII remake or whatever. Just the black screen with like the green light.
Created from your memories.
You don't know me. You don't know me, game.
This August, Soul Hackers 2 from Atlas launches.
Oh boy, here come the ultra nerds. You thought I was nerd about One Piece. Oh. Persona's not really Shin Megami Tensei. Well, this is for those nerds.
When are we getting some real game reveals? That's what I want to see.
Watch your mouth. We just got one.
Take my hand.
Now this one right here, this is Dork City. I don't know anything about it.
One more chance to make things right.
Yeah, at least they're speaking English so they can understand them.
So that's our mission then. Save the world.
Genshin Impact 4.
With so many new games featured across SGF events, you might be wondering how to plan for your summer gaming dreams. NerdWallet can help you find the smartest credit card to reward your gaming purchases at nerdwallet.com.
Here's an ad.
The Epic Mega Sale is going on right now. Save up to 75% off top PC titles with an additional 25% off eligible products.
Wait, so you can get 100% off something?
That's what it sounded like.
75% off plus a 25% off coupon.
It's probably 75% off one game and then 25% off the rest.
Summer showcase on June 10th
So
at 2
that'd be
p.m.
really
Eastern,
funny. Like,
11 a.m. Pacific. We're taking
So
a
it's
look
a
at
free
new
game.
announcements.
Although,
Oh yeah, what happened
Epic is always giving away
This
free
year
games.
and beyond.
Like what?
They have to. They're in Xbox's position right now. They have to
like last
win.
week,
They're
what did
hungry.
What did I get last week? Like a couple weeks ago, it was like the BioShock collection for free. Like last week, it was another big one.
You nuts?
Really? They're advertising this TV on the fact that it can play streaming? Oh, it has Xbox Game Pass built in. Whoa, wait a second.
It has all the services. That one, the Amazon one, it had Stadia in there.
Well, yeah, I noticed the other ones. That's why I was laughing at it, because I'm like, how stupid. Like, why would you advertise Stadia and Luna? But then I saw Game Pass. I think it's the first time.
It's a literal gaming TV.
That's legit.
That's brilliant. Especially if you don't. Well, I guess if you don't have the money to get a console and a TV, you just get the TV and you can still play the games.
Samsung, look at that.
Oh, a Capcom arcade collection? What, volume 80?
I feel like they come out with like 2 of these every year. Is it VR? That'd be sick. Imagine standing in front of a cabinet in VR.
Right.
I like the music, though.
Yeah.
Arcade Stadium 2.
Oh, the game where people don't know how to pass the ball.
Is this game out yet?
No, the beta just
You're gonna get hit with the unexpected.
It comes out tonight. The beta was last week.
In this no-holds-barred soccer-ish sport, chaos reigns
But
supreme.
you gotta play with people you know.
Do whatever it takes to claim victory. So much fun.
Cause good grief, do people not know how to pass the ball?
Only on Nintendo Switch. Game rated everyone 10 and up.
World premiere.
Hi, my name is Carl and I'm a developer on Metal Hellsinger. You know how in some games where the music's really good, you feel compelled to move and shoot to the beat? But what if you had to? In Metal, the better you are at slaying to the beat, the more intense.
Oh, this is like the shooter game, the bullets per minute.
Legendary artists like Serge Tankian from System of a Down. So while headbanging isn't mandatory, we do recommend it. Our demo is live now on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation platforms, so go check it out and slay to the beat.
What's it called?
I don't know. He said it. They haven't showed the logo though. Is it like metal something?
I don't know, Garrett. You know you don't do too well with rhythm games.
What are you talking about? I'm the best at rhythm games.
I mean, I don't know. Cadence of Hyrule was kicking your butt.
There's a difference between a rhythm game and like this I probably would be really bad at. Because like in a rhythm game, in a music game, it's just play the music. And like Cadence of Hyrule and something like this, it's that and trying to manage enemies coming at you. Like that's what throws me off is when the game is fighting back.
Yeah, instead of just playing the music, it's doing stuff to the music. To the beat of the music. This rules.
I can't believe they got like some big like vocalists too. Like they got Serge from System of a Down and stuff. That's awesome.
You should probably tell Toby about that one.
Dude, yeah, that's sick. Metal Hellsinger.
I'm in.
All right, okay.
Back to back.
That one was Metal Hellsinger coming later this year from Funcom, a rhythm shooter with metal
So
music.
the demo's out now, right?
Now, as they mentioned,
that's what he said, yeah.
launched on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Might have to get the old Xbox out the box.
Next up, a new game launches tomorrow, The Quarry from Supermassive Games. This spiritual successor to Until Dawn stars David Arquette and an all-star cast. It's getting great reviews, and this is one of those binge-worthy teen horror entertainment.
This is the Until Dawn people, right?
Yeah, it's basically like the next game.
Who lives and who dies at a camp in upstate New York.
It's not part of a camp in upstate New York. I gotta play this. That's my hometown, my home turf. I probably went to this camp.
This game's walking here, huh?
But if your whole family, you know, like every last one of them decided to jump down the bottom of a well, and they're all just.
So this isn't connected to the anthology thing that they're doing.
I don't think so.
No, they already confirmed it's not. It's a full-on like new game, just like Until Dawn was. Like it's not connected to the anthology.
What's the point of that?
They're done with the anthology stuff, right?
What?
I think so.
There is a lot more to this than you realize.
Isn't that what's her name?
Kidnapping, murder, cover-ups. I think the whole Hackett.
What is her name?
You have no idea.
Something Brenda.
Not a goddamn clue. All right, let's do this.
We'll see.
Who should I call?
911.
You mean 911? Who says 911?
Goodbye, cruel world.
Yeah, Brenda Song?
Yeah. From Disney. This is a Disney show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what show it was. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
That's it. I think so.
This is gonna get a little messy.
Them's the
All right.
rules, you noob.
Back at the Game Awards, we were proud to reveal
Down.
a shared world survival crafting game from
I don't remember this at all.
Canada. Now it's
No.
time to give you a brand new look and deeper look at the game, including its innovative realm card system that lets you impact things like the weather pattern, resources, and challenges in this procedural realms. Here is your exclusive new look.
You're alone in the realms, I'm afraid. The portals are a mess. Not even sure if Nightingale made it. Given how fragile you humans are, I'd say that staying fed, dry, and rested should be your priority. If the portal arch is inactive, you'll need to make realm cards from rare resources. Once you have realm cards, you can activate the
Yeah, I'm telling Mojang.
Beware though.
They copied their homework.
Foul things lurk in the interrealmic void.
Look, there's mobs. You got the mine stuff.
Be ready with your axe pick.
I'm telling. I guess it's a good thing he said manage your expectations, because there's hasn't really been any megaton stuff.
No, yeah, not.
Which is weird, because where else is it gonna go this year? Or is there just no?
It just goes to show there's not anything happening this year, like, which is crazy.
If these shadows have offended, think but this,
It's not creepy.
and all is mended.
Interesting.
So it's been since December, and they're just now letting you wish list it?
Interesting.
The Saints are marching in on August.
Whew, you want to talk about something that looks rough?
We revealed last year at Gamescom. And
Is it really that bad? I haven't.
It looks friggin' rough. Like Saints Row 4 is looking better than this one.
Design and set up your
I think they may need to delay it and give it a little more
a
time.
lot of fun with this one. Check it out.
And I mean that because I love Saints Row. All the way, I love 1, 2, and 3. 4 was
You gotta do something to capture.
but this doesn't look much better than the other ones, so. It doesn't look like they take advantage of next gen hardware at all.
It looks like Fortnite, honestly.
Right.
I mean, this doesn't. Like, that looked a little more like, but when the gameplay initially came on, like with the weird skins and stuff, I was like, oh, this looks like a weird.
No, this still does. Just, I mean, see, it looks like.
It was very weird art style.
But even with this art style, you can still introduce more fidelity.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dinner and a show, baby.
Is that their whole like marketing gimmick? Is that so you can be? They're doing the same thing Cyberpunk did. Hey, you can customize your character any way you want. They're focusing so much on that.
Right. Hey, and since we did all this, we forgot to do anything else.
Yep. Are they gonna pull a Cyberpunk on this one, where it's gonna come out and not?
It's looking
not gonna
like
be,
it.
It's gonna be a broken game with barely any gameplay.
Hey, you know how these new consoles are 4 times more powerful than the old ones? Well,
we just added more.
It still looks like a PS4 game. Yeah.
all that bandwidth. It just is, we did
the same thing again.
Oh, it's free? It's gonna be a free game?
No, there's like the character creator is free.
Oh, okay.
Like a little demo.
Yeah,
Gee, thanks.
I don't know about that.
Oh, here you go. You Warhammer dorks.
There we go. Now here's some real games.
Here we go.
Follow up to the critically acclaimed Vermintide series. Dark Tide promises.
Look at him getting his nerd stuff.
Man.
Terrifying enemy horrors.
Okay, got my little Ultramarine here with me.
Out on September 13th for PC, on Steam, and exclusive.
Friggin' War. I had to get crap for the One Piece one, but Warhammer comes up.
Warhammer's awesome, dude.
Manufacturer MHL 1736 is heading towards a power systems failure thanks to a bit of heretic sabotage. So you're going to restore the coolant and hopefully save the day. Get in, access the operations array, and use the cryonic rods to flush the system. Preferably before something explodes. Head on through the ventilation tunnels and look for an access point.
This way! Move it!
Yes. So there's a Warhammer Vermintide 1 and 2 that have come out, and those two games are based on the fantasy Warhammer, where this is like basically the same game but reskinned with like the 40K, which is all the futuristic stuff, and I'm all about it. Like Vermintide never really hit for me. But it's like, yeah, I don't really care about bows and arrows and swords and magic and whatever. Like, it's fine. But yeah, taking the 40K world and just making the same game where it's basically just like, it's just a wave fighter. Like, it's just like, okay, wave after wave of enemy coming at you, take them out while trying to do a mission. I'm all about it. There's like, at least in Vermintide, there's like 4 different characters you can play as with different abilities. This is awesome. Yeah. Let's go, September 13th.
I don't know where you'll be at.
It only had Xbox and PC.
Ooh, well, good thing you have a 3070.
Today, they are ready to reveal their latest creation, made completely in Unreal Engine 5 for a visceral horror experience. It's a return to the world of Layers of Fears. Get a dose of this.
Why'd they say dose? Isn't that Kojima's game is Overdose?
Relax.
Is Kojima
working with Bloober team? Hey, you know that mid game you guys made before? Let's make another one.
No, Layers of Fear is incredible.
No, not Layers of Fear. The Medium.
This is a sequel to Layers of Fear, they said.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah. Which the first two were amazing. Terrifying.
So how did they go from that to the Medium?
They just got a contract with Xbox, I guess.
It's the same thing. Remember, they were so focused on, oh, you could run 2 instances of the game at one time. They didn't think about everything else.
It's a lie. This is a story of my fear, pain, and hatred, of the horror of my loneliness. And it is mine to tell.
Now I see it.
Oh, this is all in Unreal 5.
All this suffering. There was no other way.
Shouldn't have. You really shouldn't have.
An empty shell cannot live forever. It cannot live at all.
Are the originals only on PC, or can I play them somewhere else?
I think they're on console. But they don't actually build off each other, even though like there's Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear 2 and stuff. they are kind of their own standalone. Oh, this is called Layers of Fears instead of Layer of Fear. Yeah, let me
This
see.
October, Gotham
Didn't this get delayed?
arrives.
Yeah, I thought it got
Batman is
delayed.
dead,
Man.
and it's up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin to protect Gotham. To give us an exclusive new look, let's head to Montreal to hear from executive producer Fleur Marty.
Layers of Fear came out on Xbox One and Switch.
Ooh. That might be a little difficult on Switch.
Executive producer on Gotham Knights.
Well, I mean, it was the first one came out in 2016, so it's an older game.
Right.
The first in our character series.
And then the sequel.
Forward to share more with you as we continue working.
I don't know about this game. I mean, it seemed like it had the potential to be interesting. When they first revealed it. But I think somebody was reporting on that. It's like,
I'm more interested once they announced that they're cutting last gen, like because it was originally supposed to come out for last gen and current gen, like the PS5.
That's
Xbox
what it
One.
was.
And they said, the developers came out and said, hey, we want to do things that PS4 and Xbox One aren't capable of, so we're cutting it and we're just focusing on PS5 and.
Hey,
Xbox
it sucks
Series
on the
X.
old consoles. Trade them in and play it on here.
Yeah. So when they said that honestly gave me more confidence in it, a little bit more, because it's like, okay, like they're gonna try to push some boundaries. This might be a really cool next gen game, but I don't know. We'll see. Layers of Fear 2 is also on Xbox One and Switch and PlayStation and everything. So yeah, you can play both of those.
You know if it's on Game Pass? I'm sure it shouldn't be too expensive, but still.
Yeah, I feel like it's always on sale, but yeah, I'm not sure.
What are these Nightwing hairstyles? And why are we only focusing on Nightwing? There's 4 characters.
I got this, Bruce.
It is not on Game Pass. Layers of Fear is not.
Okay. I want to hear more about the Suicide Squad game too.
That was Gotham
That's the one that
Knights,
got
and
delayed
now
to next
we
year.
welcome- Oh, look who it is. Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog.
Oh boy. I wonder what they're gonna announce.
An eventful day on the internet for Naughty Dog fans, and
I think we jinxed ourselves. We were joking about last night, like, watch the assets will leak, and lo and behold.
You goofed.
Well, the good news is there's some stuff that hasn't leaked that we have lots to share with people about all things at Naughty Dog. But
I'm sorry?
First of all, it is
I beg your pardon?
a big month actually for Last of Us fans because
Do
Last
tell.
of Us 1 and 2 both launched in June.
Is what I'm
2-year anniversary for Last of Us.
is what I'm thinking is gonna happen actually gonna happen?
Crazy. 9 years for Last of Us 1, 2 years for Last of Us Part 2, and we still hear from fans. They're still sending us letters and art, and these characters in this journey and this world mean so much to them. And it's just been kind of amazing. Like Last of Us Part 2 early this year passed a pretty big milestone and sold over 10 million units. And that kind of support,
Pretty
that kind
dang
of
good.
success, we're so grateful to our fans. It has allowed us to grow as a
That was
studio,
just way too much money on the table.
multiple projects, more than we've ever had at the same time.
Multiple projects. Okay. Very
Oh, you know what it probably is? A sneak peek of the show.
What can Last of Us fans expect in the
probably.
future from you?
Thank you for asking, Jeff. So one of the things we've mentioned a while back is what started out as a multiplayer mode has evolved due to the team's ambition. They
I
really
totally
wanted to
forgot they were gonna
something
do a
beyond what
multiplayer
we've ever
mode.
done before at Naughty Dog.
It's been like
And
3
we felt
years.
The way to do
Yeah.
it justice is to make it a standalone title. And they've been working on it for the past 2 years. Ambition has grown, and we're not quite ready to fully unveil it, but we're ready to lift the curtain a little bit and just give you like an update of where we're at.
Okay.
I feel like they probably made a
what can you
co-op
tell us
mode
about
too.
This new standalone multiplayer game.
Yeah, so we have a concept art that we want to show. But what I can tell you,
Told you.
is that this game is big.
Okay.
It's as big as any of our single-player games that we've done, and in some ways bigger. It's got a story. The way we're telling that story is very unique to this game. It's got a brand new cast of characters. It takes place at another place, another part of the United States.
It's like a city might be somewhat familiar to some people.
I'm sure our fans
That's the
have already
city.
figured it out.
Interesting.
And it's really cool, and it's being headed by Vinith.
Now we
Magora,
have to play it, Garrett. We're
Anthony
from
Newman,
here.
And
Right.
Joe Padnatti, all veterans of Uncharted and Last of Us, and you're going to see a lot more of this game come next year.
Next year. So we wait till next year to hear more about that one. Okay. Well, very exciting that this has evolved. And I mean, that concept art looks incredible. I can't wait to see Naughty Dog's storytelling fused with multiplayer live game.
It's something special. We can't wait to show it either.
Okay. Well, that's not all. We also have something that I've been reading about on the internet every day. It feels like up in Calgary, they're filming the Last of Us show for HBO, right?
Yeah, so for the past year, we've teamed up with Craig Mazin of Chernobyl fame and HBO to adapt The Last of Us into a TV show. They've been filming, and it's pretty incredible. The stuff I'm getting back, when we're looking back at Naughty Dog, we can't help but feel emotional because not only is it so good and the quality is so high, it's so authentic to what we've made in the game. I just can't. I couldn't be proud of, like, again, Craig and that whole crew and everybody that's up there. And their last day of filming is tomorrow. So
the entire series, last day of filming is tomorrow.
Last day of filming is tomorrow. Craig is up there right now, kind of wrapping it all up. So it's pretty close. It's closer than you might think.
And you actually got to direct one of the.
That makes sense because they were showing the set photos of Pedro and I think her name is Abby or Allie.
To direct one of the episodes. I think
the actress for Ellie on set.
The actresses.
Okay. So we could first look. Let's take.
So you could see this is a certain museum that players might know from the game, and I really have to talk about Pedro Pascal, Bella Ramsey, and not only directing them
from Game of Thrones.
The other episodes, they've thrown themselves at these roles for a whole year. Watching the nuance that they bring to these characters, their relationship on and off camera, I couldn't help but think about Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson. It felt so similar to the chemistry those two actors had when we made the game. And it really feels like this is going to be something special. And I will say this will be the most authentic video game adaptation yet.
Well, I mean,
it finally has the people who made it involved heavily.
Actually working on it.
Stuff makes it feel sort of super legitimate, as you said, and that's awesome to see Joel and Ellie from the front side now for the first time. So we'll see more of that next year.
Nothing, not even a tease?
You'll hear about it very soon. That's
okay.
They should have a ton of footage in the can already.
HBO, very, very exciting. And I hear you actually have a couple actors from the show who are going to join us here.
We happen to have a couple actors here that are part of the show. We should bring them up.
Okay, come on up.
Oh, brother.
Oh, what's up, guys?
Oh, hello.
Surprise.
Troy's back again. Hello,
I know.
Ashley. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm a little confused, though. I thought maybe Pedro Bella, but Troy Ashley out here from the game, right?
So when
I didn't recognize Ashley with her brown hair.
Almost one of our very first meetings.
Oh yeah, she's normally blonde, huh?
Right. Yeah.
And we're such fans of like the talent and the helping us create Joel and Ellie. We felt like it was so important that they become part of the show, and it wasn't. It has to be more than just like kind of like a wink to the camera and like a cameo.
Okay.
These are real roles that we're keeping on. The
How
ups
weird
now.
would that be?
But man, I'm bummed that I couldn't be there with you guys when you filmed your stuff.
There's been so much stuff I feel like
so good
on the internet. There's so much like talk about what
you played Joel, but you're not playing Joel here. But he's playing Joel.
So you were up there, and you.
But it's the same thing. But you're not playing Joel. What?
It's kind of old hat. Like we've had.
Except for today.
Except for today. Except for the date. It was one of the hardest things for us to do is to not let people know that, because we're so proud of it and the work that we did. We worked hard. The crew. I have to say. When I walked out on set, to be met with literally every person that I met on that crew is such a fan of this.
They
game.
always
They
say
all
that.
Knew what it was that they were working on and committed to working on this project because of
it would be kind of interesting being like Pedro Pascal though, and being able to like talk to Troy Baker to get in his head and pick his brain about the role.
What were you feeling right now?
Attention to detail.
Like
that
would be kind of cool.
Bella
and same thing for
Pedro
the actress playing Ellie as well. Talk to Ashley.
They're so perfect, and we've been trying to sort of describe.
But at the same time, if I'm Pedro though, I don't necessarily know if I want to talk to Troy too much.
It's like the characters coming.
Because I don't know if I want it to be.
It's so much more than
the same thing as the game, right? Because if it was the same thing, why wouldn't you just have people play the game?
And
I would want him to bring his own flavor.
Yeah, you want it to be authentic. You don't want it to just be like a fake copy kind of.
I love the story. I love just being a part of.
I'm so excited about the series and the fact that you guys are going to be in it and undisclosed roles. I'm so fascinated how it's going to sort of bob and weave and are these characters we know from the game that they're playing? New characters?
You're probing.
Yes.
I can tell you.
So sneaky. All right. Well, we're so excited.
Maybe it's already on Twitter by now.
Well, Ashley's for sure Tess.
Well, let's talk about what was on Twitter earlier today. Lots of talk about the.
I feel like that goes without saying.
Troy playing
remaking the
Joel's brother.
Original game.
Oh no!
Remake, is that right?
Well,
that's right. We wanted to give people the.
I don't know because Pedro is.
That wasn't
are they playing him as a Latino person? Because he is Latino.
Closer to our original vision.
So it'd be a little weird if Joel was his brother, unless they were adopted.
Instead of talking about it
in this version.
All right, let's take a look at the Last of Us Part 1.
It was just funny that whole time they kept alluding to the leak, but they weren't talking about it, and so I was like, okay, here it is. Now they're finally showing Part 1.
I mean,
it's got something to do with that girl.
As much as we harp on it, like, oh, this is the third time we're getting Last of Us, which is true. That is a valid criticism that we can make. It does look good.
Oh,
it's always looked good though.
9/2/22.
You know,
it still looks good on PS3. So
yeah, that's the thing. The remaster looks incredible. So
everything you hoped for.
Can't be any worse up there.
like, I feel like to this day I could sit somebody down with the original version of the game and it would still hit the same.
Can it?
Once upon a time, I had somebody that I cared about, and in this world, that's
or they're incorporating the DLC right into the game. I wonder.
I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Now,
I get in trouble down there.
Did they bring Troy and Ashley back to re-record scenes?
I got this.
Or did they just redo the motion captures?
Hope you know how to use that thing.
I've had some practice.
I can't imagine.
Truly one of my favorite games of the past decade. Guys, what's your reaction to that?
Yeah, we hadn't seen that yet.
Yeah, you're watching it in real time.
Yeah.
It's because you did these. These performances you did a decade ago.
Yeah.
You didn't go back in. I mean, you used the original performances.
Okay. Yeah, actually, we came up with a process where we could take the original animation that we did for the faces and kind of like retarget it on these new rigs that have a lot more fidelity. And then the animators went back and studied.
We're seeing side by sides here, just how much it has changed. That you went and you redid the model.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily
rebuilt from the ground up.
So
same art director, re-art directed the whole thing from the ground up.
The original feels like Naughty Dog-ish.
Thing about these faces is
if that makes sense at all.
Yeah. All the animators
like they do the exaggerated because they did that in Jack and Daxter too, where they had the big eyes and they had the kind of rounded faces and stuff like that.
We could talk about like
the new ones just feel like renders, like they're actual high fidelity models,
60 frames per second. All the stuff you're getting on the
which look good,
we wanted to give,
but I feel like they lose a little bit of the personality.
All new players for
yeah, lose the Naughty Dog style, but
at
least
least
their old style. Obviously, they're moving away from that style. Is what they're trying to do.
Right.
Now you guys get to replay. I mean, when was the last time you guys played the game?
I don't think either of them look bad.
I actually played it again just to refresh my memory before working on the show.
I was just a glutton for punishment, and I went straight from playing
never
part
played
1 straight into part 2.
Never played it.
And so the last time that I played literally would have been 2 years ago, since we're celebrating the anniversary of part 2 coming out. So I mean, it looks like I'm definitely going to be up for another playthrough with this.
I can't wait to go back.
You got to let me know how this is. I know you're getting it.
Original game, and
it's really when you play it, when
I'll
you see
probably
it
end
in
up
motion,
getting
it's
it.
really night and day. From what it used to be.
Even though I played it a bunch of times.
The Last of Us 2 combat, but kind of that.
More out of curiosity to what they
It's
add
the whole,
to it.
like all the new animation systems.
I'm sure they're going to add
everything we've learned on like Uncharted
whether it's
4,
gameplay
Last of
or
Us 2,
story.
we
Like
applied to
I'm
this.
sure there'll be little
Again, to
changes
give
here and
that
there.
version. Just to give a quick shout out.
Well, I was reading
this
it
project is
online
headed up by,
from
Matthew
the
Gowns
sources
and
that
Sean
were
Sky.
part of the leak is
You'll hear a lot more
they're
about it.
basically
You'll hear a lot
lifting
more
the
about
battle
the
system
leading up to the
from or the combat system from 2 and putting it into 1.
thereafter on PC.
So all the movement and stuff like that you can do in 2, you can do in 1 now.
So a lot more fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Still making games. I haven't given up my day job. It's a little early to talk about it. Maybe if someone in PlayStation wants to leak it, then we can talk about it now. Otherwise, we'll save it.
You do have a new project.
Shots
Do have a new
fired.
project. We'll save it for another Summer Game Fest.
Okay.
Shoot! I thought he was gonna spill it.
Right. Troy, Ashley, Neil, thank you so much for dropping by Summer Game Fest, and I am so excited that The Last of Us is returning, as you said, in September. So thanks, guys.
Why don't they do a version where they put them both together?
All right, well, that is going to do it. Thanks to Naughty
Right,
Dog
just
and PlayStation
The Last
for
of
that
Us,
very
and it's part 1 and
special,
part 2.
look at The Last
Right.
of Us and the entire franchise and where things are going. Very, very excited about that. All right, Summer Game Fest continues over the next few days. Coming up right now on this very stream is Day of the Devs with I Am 8-Bit and Double Fine, including an exclusive...
Boy, I thought we'd have more time to actually give our thoughts and talk about what we just saw, but it's going right into Day of the Devs.
I'm sure there's some commercials in the middle that we can talk over.
Game Showcase streaming, along with the Epic Games Store Showcase. And then finally Sunday, it's the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. You can stream them all at summergamefest.com. As for me, I'll see you again in August when we are back live in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live on August 23rd. And then the Game Awards will return in December live from the Microsoft Theater in Los Angeles. And finally, I'm excited to share that Summer Game Fest will return in June 2023 as a digital and in-person event.
In-person? Okay.
We'll
see. We'll see.
Thanks for being a part of
Right.
Summer Game Fest. And remember, there are more events and announcements to come. We'll see you soon.
All right, beat it, Keely.
All right, no
bombs.
No bombs. Nothing crazy. There's some cool stuff.
No Kojima.
Alrighty, so here we are. It's a couple hours after the show now. I didn't realize that they ran one right into another. For some reason, I had read somewhere that Summer Game Fest was just going to be like between an hour, like it was going to be shorter, an hour, hour and a half or something. I went for a full 2 hours. So here we are now. It's 2 p.m. We didn't get a chance to like really like decompress after Summer Game Fest. We went right in the Day of the Devs. But Summer Game Fest reactions, here we are. My name is Garrett Morlang with Super Gamer Boys. I have Adrian here with me, my other co-host. And yeah, we're just kind of, let's go over some overall thoughts on Summer Game Fest. So Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest happened at 11 today. How did you feel after that?
So there were definitely some standouts in the official full like premiere Summer Game Fest showcase. I think everybody is pretty much unanimous on most of them, right? So we got the Callisto Protocol, looked incredible. The Call of Duty, which I said before was like, that was the one I was the least excited about because I thought, oh, they're just going to show the online again like they always do. And then they ended up showing a level of the game, and that was incredible. I was blown away by how good that like played and looked and how it was set up and scripted. That one was really good. The Last of Us for the third time, even though it is the third time, still looked really well done. I love that they're pretty much taking the whole first game and putting it in the 2 engine and doing it, you know, in essence, remaking it to like the most literal sense of the word. Is they're taking a game that they made and just doing the same thing again with very slight changes, but overall it's the same title. Anything strike you?
Yeah, so for me, like overall, the production value is always there. Like Jeff Keighley knows how to put on a show. Like it was extremely entertaining, and pacing wise, I feel like it could have been better. Like we got a lot of we talked about during the show. We got a lot of more interesting hits at the beginning, and then like 20-30 minutes in, all of a sudden it's like, all right, like what's this deal with this filler? What's going on here? I don't really care.
Here's a lot of pay to win mobile games.
Yeah, or like the random, like, I mean, you were excited about it, but like that's when they put in like the One Piece, like the random, like the people with like the groups, the games with like the smaller fan bases, or not even smaller, but just more niche. Like, because I mean, they have huge fan bases, but just more niche stuff that's not like for the more general public.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He said in the beginning that it was like there's going to be something for everybody. So
yeah. So yeah, I guess just after watching it, it's like, okay, he still knows how to put on a good show. It was a lot of fun. But announcement wise, other than, let me see what I have here. Callisto Protocol, which we just got like a rehash trailer, what we got before with more gore, basically.
I was gonna say the red band trailer.
Yeah, we got the gameplay, which looked sick. Fort Solis, that's that indie game with Troy Baker in there. Like, that looks really cool. Another like sci-fi horror game, although it seems a little more like psychological and like, human versus human.
Man is the monster.
Exactly. Routine is the one, another sci-fi horror, but featuring robots. Yeah. That looks pretty crazy. Other than that,
there was the one that they wanted to show, but it was the one from the Ukraine-based developer that they didn't unfortunately get to show it.
So that
they were at the last.
That was a huge bummer, because that game, once it's something I totally forgot about. Then once they brought that up, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was such a good game. Like, it looked so cool when they first originally showed it off at the Xbox showcase last year. Bummer.
I mean, of course, I hope that they're okay. That goes, first and foremost without saying. But I hope that there was some way that they were able to like save the game or save the assets somewhere so that they can take it with them if they did have to evacuate.
I mean, they're probably most definitely evacuated by now. If like, there's no way, like, just, I don't know if the state of things in Ukraine at this point are basically, get out while you can. But I assume they would have those assets saved somewhere and backed up. And if they're, as long as it takes to make that game, obviously, like, take your time.
Oh yeah,
there's much more pressing things going on in your life right now than making a game. But
this is the last priority that you should have right now.
Right. It was just kind of like it wasn't a bad showcase, but again, there just like wasn't anything major that like slapped you in the face. Like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe, like, I just kept waiting for that game that was going to get me to jump out of my seat and just like run around the room. Because that didn't happen. And obviously before the show, I joked about the whole Kojima thing because there was like the weird leak that came out a couple days ago. But I mean, it
you know what this means though, right?
For me, it could have been anything. Like, it didn't have to be a Kojima thing, but no, what does this mean?
That means that whatever he's working on, it's an Xbox game.
Oh man, imagine.
Because
I mean, those rumors.
Remember, he's in LA right now. So why else would he be in LA and didn't go to the Summer Game Fest thing with his best pal, unless he was in something for the Xbox showcase?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Could be. Yeah. I mean, there was those rumors before where apparently there's like the letter of intent that they sent him, and I forget if it was confirmed whether he actually signed it or not, but there's definitely some sort of correspondence for him to do his Xbox exclusive. So
his legal team was reviewing it. That's the last thing I heard about it, but that was a while ago, so I'm sure things have progressed since then. But I mean, that would make sense because the rumor is that he's working on a big game and like a smaller game, which I think is the Overdose game that people are saying that he's rumored to be working on. That could be the one that he does for Xbox. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, Norman Reedus kind of let it slip that there's a Death Stranding 2 they're working on. So
that's the big game.
The big game, and then the little game could be this horror game for Xbox. So definitely looking forward to Sunday.
We'll find out Sunday, yeah.
By the way, we will be reacting to Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. Unfortunately, it won't be live when it happens, just because some other things I had going on at that time that I forgot about. I had told someone that, we could meet, and that has to happen. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
1 p.m., right?
But yeah, the plan is 1 p.m. on Sunday. We're going in totally blind, so we're going to steer clear of social media for a couple hours. And
turning my phone off, do not disturb, all that.
From 10 to 1, you're not going to see or hear
torture
on social media. Yeah. And then, but yeah, we will be basically rebroadcasting it live. We'll watch the YouTube VOD. So we'll see it in higher fidelity because everyone else will watch it,
Smart. I can download that nice, that nice YouTube video, crystal clear, no lag.
Beautiful. Gorgeous. So tune in Sunday at 1 p.m. I'll be tweeting about that as well, kind of letting everyone know we're going to be reacting to that. But, okay. So, yeah, let's just before we kind of jump off of the Summer Game Fest reactions here. What is there anything more you want to share about any of the games? Anything that like really stood out to you? Is there one or two games?
Yeah.
That you want to talk about? So yeah,
I'm glad that TMNT finally has a hard release date of next week. We also found out that Casey Jones is going to be in it as a playable character. So now the roster is pretty much like everybody. So that's pretty sick. I really love too that the big thing for me is that they included April as a playable character, because they never do that in these kinds of games. So it's really awesome to see that she was included.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it still looks phenomenal. I can't wait.
That's awesome. I love, it's such a gorgeous looking game. Like, just, I don't know, the colors. There's something about the colors that's just so inviting and like fun. It's just so bright. I enjoy just watching the trailer. I'm like, oh man, like, yeah, it's just your generic like pixel based sprite, whatever. But there's something about the colors are just so vibrant that I love about it. Like that reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of like Nickelodeon, like the greens and oranges and yellows, like the bright colors they have thrown in there. Fantastic. So
I'm in.
Yeah, that game, probably not something I'm gonna pick up. I mean, maybe if it's ever on sale or on Game Pass or something, I would. But
I need people to play this with.
You're right. It is because that's the whole thing too. It's a co-op, right? You
you can
do up to like
it's
5
like
or
the
6
old
player
school
co-op.
ones.
Okay, we'll see. It depends on how much it is when it comes out. If it's like a $60
You think we could get a
game, I don't
code?
know. We could try. I mean, I
don't see why not.
I'm not sure who the studio is, but that would be pretty
They gotta
sick.
they gotta have a PR department.
Yeah. Let's see. For me, the only other thing I want to talk about, I think, is just with the Last of Us stuff. There's not really necessarily much more to talk about because, I mean, it's just kind of more of the same. I guess the only thing I want to bring up is it's interesting with their multiplayer. Where it was originally supposed to be multiplayer for part 2, has spun into a whole new game. This is the first time I think we've heard this, and that's so crazy. Like, it's gone from just like we want to throw in like a generic little multiplayer
Copy and paste
kind of thing. Yeah.
Factions is really good. I don't know about generic now.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had poor choice of words. But yeah, copy and paste the factions over. Instead of doing that, this sounds like a full on like co-op online experience. Now, wow, I'm blanking on his name. The main dude from
Joel.
No, from Naughty Dog. There, the developer.
Oh, Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann. He didn't say this, but Jeff kind of said it. And it's like, I wonder, was that like a slip? Were they talking about that last night over drinks? And but Jeff mentioned a live service game. He's like, I'm excited about this new co-op live service game.
I didn't hear that. Oh no, that's disappointing.
That's the only kind of hang up I have. Like, are they going to try to do live service like a Division? I could kind of see something like that, maybe. I don't know, but
that's weird coming from Naughty Dog because they don't normally do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I don't, and maybe Jeff maybe he used the wrong word, maybe he misspoke, but that was something that stood out to me as soon as they were kind of finishing up the segment, moving on to the next thing. He mentioned live service. I'm like, wait a second, that's interesting tidbit that Neil didn't say. Neil didn't share very much about it, and then Jeff kind of let that slip.
Kind of puts a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But then again, this is Jim Ryan PlayStation, so who knows?
Right. It is very different from anything Naughty Dog has ever done, though, because like their multiplayer is generally not a live
self-contained
game. It's very much self-contained, and obviously in the past always connected to a full game release. Like whether it's
that's the coolest thing for me.
Online, but this is their first. Full-on multiplayer, like sole single release, like that is the game. Like that's kind of
and the fact that it's because everybody has said that for a long time, right? What if they did a game that it didn't focus on Joel and Ellie characters, but clearly this thing was happening, if not worldwide, across the U.S. So it would be interesting to see in other places how things were going down. So I'm totally game for that. And then on top of everything, it's based in the Bay Area. Of course, we have to play it. It's like a duty at this point.
Yeah, when they said that, I'm like, okay, all right, that's sick. I'm down. Go back to San Francisco. I haven't been there in a while. Cool. Yeah, that was like when in like part 2 when they go to Seattle and stuff. Like I've been to Seattle a lot recently, like in the last few years because we have friends up there. We visit. like honestly we've looked at like moving there a couple times. Like I love Seattle, and so like yeah, when part 2 went there, I'm like, dude, this is sick. Like I've been here. Like I know where this is. Like I walked down
I
this
have to
street.
get up
like,
there.
But cool. Anything? Do you have anything else you want to talk about from Summer Game Fest official? Because I mean, we talked a lot about things during the showcase. For me, I don't know. There just wasn't necessarily anything stand out that I'm like, I need to get this off my chest. Is there anything else for you that you wanted to talk about? Summer Game Fest?
No, I think I said the big ones. TMNT looks good. One Piece looks great. Other than that, I mean, everything else was kind of like, oh, you know, it's a game. I appreciate the effort. You know, of course, making any game when you're earnestly making a game and not like just an asset flip is a huge endeavor. So, you know, I always give credit whether it's good or bad, the fact that somebody chose to take on the task of making a game. So it may not be for me, but just the fact that somebody wanted to create something is, you know, something to be recognized and respected. So
yeah. Yeah, my only thing is like Fort Solis actually just looks really cool to me. Like I mean I love any sort of thriller horror game, and then yeah, the fact that it's like this is one like, oh, there's not monsters and aliens and crazy stuff going, at least from the trailer. They could always surprise us later.
Add them in later.
From the trailer, like they didn't show any. I mean, they did just compare it to like a Dead Space, but again, from the trailer, they didn't show any creatures. So I'm like, oh man, I really hope they really double down on that, where it's like, yeah, very much like the bad guys are you know, is humanity basically, and just how like all it takes is just a little flip of a switch and people go crazy.
I know you were sorry.
I was just gonna say the whole premise of the game is like, yeah, these people are totally disconnected from Earth. They're on Mars, but it's during the orbit, you know, where they're furthest apart from each other, so they're out of communication. So they're literally like on their own on the space base, you know, mining vessel or whatever. So pretty cool. What were you gonna say?
I know you were pretty hot on the Aliens game until we found out it was a what was it, like a top down something twin?
Yeah.
We thought it was like a twin stick or something like that.
So the Aliens game, like it just looked really like it looked really dark and just like visceral in the sense of like it looks like everything's just trying to copy like Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, everything, like the art style, like the way everything in that trailer looked, all the cinematic stuff. I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm just watching another trailer for Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, whatever it is. Except for these, you know, necromorphs, it's, you know, xenomorphs. And so I'm like, okay, like I'm down. I'm always down to try Alien stuff. I love that franchise. Alien Isolation was a fantastic game.
The one they got right. What was it, like the fourth time?
The one Alien game that it's ever been good. And so to lean more into like that horror element would be pretty cool. But yeah, then like the last part of the trailer, like it just flashed on the screen for like, it felt like a couple seconds. Like they showed like a couple quick cuts to like different areas in the game, like some gameplay. And yeah, it's like an isometric top down. Reminded me of something of like what was the game that you were talking about earlier? Turn-based kind of strategy type thing. I mean, it might be real-time strategy. It might not be turn-based. It might be real-time. But either way, it was like weird. It reminded me like an old PC game, like real-time strategy, looking down, control your unit, move them around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, you can always wait for word of mouth too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This definitely isn't one I'm going to pre-order or anything. That's for sure. I'll wait till it comes out, see what the reviews are, see what the gameplay is. But initially, I was stoked, but not sure about the whole, top-down kind of gameplay. This would have been a sick first-person shooter, or even third-person. You know, a lot of times Alien has been trying to go first-person, and you know, I feel like they haven't had too many third-person games, so that might have been a miss there. We'll see though. All right. Well, that's all the thoughts I have on Summer Game Fest. It was good, not great, in my opinion. Good, not great. You know, there was some cool stuff, but nothing to blow my socks off.
No. And Keeley did say at the beginning that, you know, temper your expectations.
Yeah, what was funny though, did you see the tweets that came after though, where like someone replied to him like, like, okay, then why do we need to watch? I'm not going to watch then. And he like replied to that. He's like, well, there's still going to be good stuff. And
hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah. It's like, okay, Keely, like you should have just let the troll like go. Like don't, because then it was a whole weird back and forth between them, almost like fighting. Like, no, you still need to like.
All right. Like, is it worth watching or not?
I think eventually Keely said like, don't watch. Like he's like, fine, whatever. Like, but it was just like a weird back and forth that I saw on Twitter. I'm like, okay, that was awkward.
Oh, brother.
So yeah, he did say that. He said, temper your expectations. We're not getting like Elden Ring level announcements and stuff, but
which is kind of weird because I feel like they should have had some kind of DLC ready by now, but
for Elden Ring, you mean?
Yeah. Or like a peek at it. It's been what? A few months now?
Does Dark Souls normally do DLC other than Bloodborne? Like have any of the other Dark Souls games had DLC? Like I feel like that's not really a From Software thing. Like none of the other games had DLC.
I mean, but this is like a totally different kind of project too. I feel like, especially with the amount of critical praise, and I think this is one of their biggest, if not their biggest selling game ever, they're definitely going to capitalize on this. So
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Elden Ring. Obviously we're not getting anything from Summer Game Fest this year, but who knows? Maybe they'll announce something on their own.
Gamescom.
Oh yeah, there's Gamescom coming up in August. So, all right, well that's it for our little recap, kind of our thoughts and on Summer Game Fest reactions. We will be going live this Sunday though with the Xbox and Bethesda game showcase there. So join us Sunday at 1. We're doing it after the show already happened. So if you plan on watching with us, try to avoid the social media as well. See if you can do it with us. See if you can, from 10 to 1, just hold out on all social media so you don't get it spoiled. Because we're going to be rewatching it here, restreaming it, and live reacting, first time watching it at 1 p.m. on Sunday.
Even if you did watch it already, still come by.
Yeah,
because we're gonna make it entertaining. We're probably gonna pop off. If rumor is swirling around that a certain Baron Bird might make an appearance, and if that happens, I am flipping my chair. Just letting you know that right now.
Okay.
So
even if you watch it at 10, with the rest of the world, please come back at 1 and watch with us, because if Kojima shows up, I'm punching a hole through the wall. I've already talked about that on Kojima Corner. I don't know if you remember that bit from a podcast a couple months ago. Kojima Corner, I'm going to punch a hole through the wall. Probably. A disclaimer, I'm probably not going to punch a hole through the wall. But Adrian's
who knows? You're
chairs.
Unpredictable.
Yeah, you never know. The body, the
you might spasm and then pow.
Monitor down. Just there it goes. Adrian might flip a lid if Banjo shows up. We'll see. Thank you all so much for your support. Remember to follow us here on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, subscribe to our podcast, and we will see you next time.
We're out of here.